This game is rated E10 for ages 10 and up. For more information, please go to esrb.org. Hello everyone, Kirbyvolt here, but you can call me KV, and welcome back to the Tears of the Kingdom logs. On the last log, a lot happened. Both on the log, it looks like between the logs, based on that new paraglider I have, and also in real life, a lot happened, which is why, well, it's not going to matter if you're watching this later, but if you're watching it when it comes up, well, yeah, I'll talk about it later. It's just me stuff right now. Don't worry about it. Let's see what's going on here, because now we have Yunobo, which is the important thing. We have Yunobo now. He's no longer trying to be a butt. Not that he was trying to be. It was clearly that mask he had was kind of the problem. But, you know, Bluto, I brought Yunobo with, and... Oh, okay, well, he's right here if you want to talk to him. Do you want to talk to him? Guess not. I'm guessing that Yunobo, no longer under the influence of that fairly silly-looking mask, although he did ditch the pretty dope jacket, which I'm sad about. That jacket was pretty cool. I liked that. Maybe not a style. That's fine. But since he no longer has the mask on, I'm guessing he can't really just tell the other Gorons, hey, please stop eating the bad meats. And they're just going to keep eating it anyways. Just like I'm going to assume I still need heat protection here, even though they have mentioned, I think, quite a few times now, that Death Mountain is no longer super hot. Might be again later. Who knows? Wait, why did I put on the... Oh, I guess because... Is that there? I think it's same defense. I just wanted to have one that I actually get to choose the color of. That makes sense. Yay, rock salts! Yeah, I don't... A sapphire? Yeah, I must have made this... The paraglider fabric I have on right now, I believe you get that from the Daruk amiibo. And additionally, he has a chance of dropping his weapon, or at least similar weapon types to his weapon. So I think that's what's attached onto the longsword that I had. I'm going to bring back up right now. Yeah, there we go. Hey, Yunobo! You took the long way around. I like Yunobo. He's pretty cool. But anywho, so I alluded to it. I'll just get it over with. Between the last log I recorded, which was number 46, and this one, I went out of town to a gaming convention. A lot of fun. Had a great fun there. Saw a lot of friends. Sad not all my friends could make it because some had to cancel at the last minute because of just stupid things, and I feel bad for them, mostly. But it was still a lot of fun regardless. I got home from that, and then I learned, oh, guess what I caught? I caught COVID. And I was just like, you know, I'm mad. Because the entire time I was out, on the airplane, in most open spaces, just like, and excluding sleeping in my hotel room, I was wearing a mask. Well, and eating, obviously. If I knew how to eat through a mask, I would. So I'm like, considering how COVID itself works, as far as I know, it takes a little while for the disease to actually kind of infect you. At least that's what I understand, or maybe recent strains aren't like that. So I could have gotten it from my niece who goes to preschool. I could have gotten it from her for all I know. But still, it sucked because I haven't tried to be super dang careful since the stupid pandemic started, and now I'm hearing that there's like measles outbreaks happening, and I'm just like, people, just get vaccinated. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. I know it's probably painful, and I understand the anxiety. That's fair. I get it. But it's helpful in the long run. It's not a conspiracy. Not everything's a freaking conspiracy. Please stop thinking all this false information from morons is the right thing. It just drives me nuts. Also, I didn't have a picture of regular Moblin. Okay. So I had to deal with that for about 2 weeks. The after effects I'm still feeling, because I had a terrible cough, and I still technically have it. This is the first day that I finally felt decent enough that I don't think it's going to happen every 5 minutes, because that's what it's been doing for the last 2 weeks. So now we're here. I'm happy because I have wanted to record because I know how many logs are left, and I'm just like, I want to get through these. But I also realized that Past Me did an oopsie and maybe made some of these a bit too long. So we'll have to just cross that bridge when we get to it. I guess we're going to go see Colton right now. I don't know why, actually. Oh, well, it's something to do. Here's the main thing to do. But what if I didn't want to do that? You know what? That's fair. So yeah, that's where I've been, and now we're finally back on track. Hopefully, Igneo Pebblet. Cool. I mean, it's hot, but you get the idea. So hopefully I can start getting back to regular uploads, and we can finish this game series in this year of 2024. That would be great. That's what we're doing right now. Yeah, okay, so, hey, what's up? Yeah, I have 15. Here you go. Okay, here you go. And then he eats them. Because, you know, that's just how he is, I guess. My voice is good enough to at least do... I want those. Are those are ice breath... Whoa, what? No, pass me, you fool. You can't take the... They're part of a Lizalfos. They're not materials. Although that was a good idea, so never mind. I was about to berate past me for passing up on that, but never mind. Yeah, okay. My dude, I feel like you don't need to go through the whole song and dance. Let's just wait until you finally, feel a thingy. Oh, is this our first time getting the first piece of this armor? Maybe it's not. Maybe we already have the headdress and the body suit, for lack of better term. I guess. I don't know if it's not enough. Whatever, man. Sure. Oh, wow. You're not... Oh, wait. Why can't you take a picture of that? Ugh. Sometimes. The photos you can take. Inconsistent. Alright, but I'll take it. Because I want it. It'll be useful for later. A secret tool, if you will. Help us out later. Okay. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. And now we have... What in the heck is that? That's a Horriblin mask. Okay, why does it look like... Okay, here's a reference. So... How many of you know the original Rugrats show? The Nickelodeon cartoon? The nose on that mask reminds me of an early season episode of Rugrats where I think it was Chucky was having a terrible nightmare. And during it, he talks to Tommy, and then Tommy goes, "I'm not Tommy!" And then he turns around, he has this really ridiculous-looking nose. It looks like that. Specifically, more looks like the version from when Chucky's dad is having a nightmare. The episode's really weird. And then he goes and talks to Stu, and then Stu goes, "I'm not Stu!" And then he has that nose. It looks like that. Anywho, is important lore being dropped right here. So there's a creature called the Satori. The Satori was found in the Satori Mountains in Breath of the Wild. Satori is also a kind of, I want to say a subtle, or not super subtle, but just an honorable nod to the late Satoru Iwata. You can only find Satori at Satori Mountains in the Breath of the Wild, but in this game, should you offer up an apple at one of these amazing cherry blossom trees, you'll hear the call of Satori, you'll see a Satori, and the Satori will give you lights. It'll give you lights of a specific region that you're currently in. All of these lights correspond to where caves are. So the whole thing of helping out Colton, we're trying to get the Booble Gems because he wants to become a Satori. These lights that will go away after a little while, they don't show up on your map, unfortunately. So you'll have to mark them as you see fit. But if you follow these lights, you will find a cave. And as you know, every cave has a Booble Frog. So this is actually a way to help you in your quest to get all the Booble Gems to give to Colton. And this vehicle looks like it's gonna be just a fun time. There's a choo-choo behind me, I guess. This is... I'm sure you can, Yunobo. I'm sure you can. Oh, why does it keep turning around? Meh. See, I know the cart can't move on its own, so I gave it the fan. But I think it's just really hard to steer, because the cart is great at going in a forward direction. The wheels don't turn. So what you're essentially turning is the entire cart itself, which is a little harder to do when you think about it. Yeah, so I was trying to turn right there, but that wasn't happening. So this, I followed one of the lights, it brought me here to this cave. We might have been in this cave already? No, okay. But also, this place is burning, so now is the time to finally put on the stuff that doesn't, burn. Let's see, do we have a bow that's burning? We haven't checked bow. Yeah, bow is burning. Bow is burning, can't use. Also, am I good of just the helmets? Just the Divine Beast of Rudania helmet is good enough to protect me from losing health from the... Okay. Sure, I guess. I'm going to put this on as a... Well, that didn't go as planned. I wanted to put that on the front as a light, as a headlamp, but I shot it through there, apparently. Alright, well... We can always go get more Bright Bloom seeds, not that big of a deal. Now, annoying thing... Oh, never mind. The annoying thing I was going to say was wrong, and the game corrected me immediately. So, yay! If you're doing this, you're going down the tracks, you're shooting stuff with Yunobo. Yunobo makes a great cannonball. I love this because it reminds me of Wind Waker. I love Wind Waker. If you shoot an enemy and Yunobo destroys it, anything that the enemy would drop, you pick up immediately. Because that would be a pain in the butt to tell you, hey, by the way, stop your cart ride so you can go and get this one thing. I already have a picture of that. It's the same thing as, when you're diving. If you shoot something in the sky and it dies, you'll get the materials it has, because that would be unfair of the game to expect you to somehow fall down to where the materials are and then, you know, grab them. Takes you out of the gameplay. It really shows that they did think a lot on how to implement stuff in this game. I think it's really... I think it's underappreciated. Yeah, get rid of the Octorok. That guy's going to be annoying. Meanwhile, here's our cart friends. Hello, Blue Bokoblin. How's it going? You being a cart friends? Oh, hey, look. There's the Booble Frog. Thanks, Yunobo. Now we have two. I mean, we had more, but we gave them to Colton. And yeah, Amiibo? No. Don't know why I went to Amiibo there. I feel bad that this game hasn't done as well as in sales as Breath of the Wild did, but in fairness, there wasn't a lot of games that launched to the Switch, so that's kind of why Breath of the Wild has its sales as it did. But this still did really good sales-wise in general. But I'm also glad to hear that, I think I've brought this up a few times already, but just to reiterate, I'm glad to hear that I'm going to bonk into this now. I'm glad to hear that their plans for a potential new Zelda title, from what it sounds like the developers have had their fun with the open world design and they're kind of done with it. Do I think they could do more of it? Yeah, but does it need to be every single new Zelda game? No. So I'm happy to hear that they're probably going to do something very different for the next Zelda game. And whether it's going back to stuff like Wind Waker, that's fine. You know, I'd love to see a new top-down Zelda. We technically had the remake of Link's Awakening in 2019, and I mean, I'm gonna be biased. Link's Awakening is just the best 2D Zelda game. No, stop. Just like, and stop right there. Sorry, it just is. I mean, my opinion, all that, but still. But I'd be down to see a new top-down Zelda game. The last one we technically got was Triforce Heroes. But I'm sure a lot of people are like, that's not a traditional Zelda game. Well, joke's on you. The last traditional top-down Zelda game we got was Minish Cap, because A Link Between Worlds isn't traditional because of how it does the items in that game. So there. But I'd be up to see another game like Link Between Worlds. That was actually really fun. I still need to play Minish Cap. It's the one Zelda game I haven't played. Well, I mean, outside of like the Bandai's the Teleview games and whatnot. But I'm excited to see what they would do next. But I feel that this game has gotten a lot of bad rap because, hold on, this is just a reward shrine? Oh, okay. Because it is so similar to Breath of the Wild. And I feel that they took in mind a lot of the problems of Breath of the Wild and they either got rid of them or they changed it enough to feel like it's better. I feel like this is just the better game of the two. But then again, I feel like Wind Waker's better than Ocarina, and I feel like Majora's Mask is also better than Ocarina, but people will tell you that Ocarina is the best Zelda game ever. So, take of that what you will. Oh, we have a new thing for a heart or stamina. Yay! But I've already talked of that to death, I feel. I feel like, I think the time is ripe. We should do Skyward Sword 2. Now, I'm not saying like a direct sequel to Skyward Sword. I am saying we should do another game that utilizes controls like Skyward Sword, maybe not have it be as linear, You can bring back traditional dungeons and everything, but I think now, especially with a potential new console on the horizon that might even make the Joy-Cons even more, make them better in terms of their functionality, it might be a good time to finally come back to that. Because I've said in the past, and I'm going to state this, the first time you do something could always be great. But the cool thing about doing a sequel for video games is that you can iterate and actually build it up to be something much better than what you initially had. That's why I feel Majora's Mask and Wind Waker are the perfect examples of what Zelda should be, and why I don't think Ocarina of Time is the best Zelda game. Because Ocarina of Time was its first it was its first outing as that type of game. And it's not a bad game, but it could be improved. And both Majora's Mask and Wind Waker improve on it significantly. And then another game came along that just felt like a retread of Ocarina of Time, but we don't talk about that one. And Skyward Sword being what it was, because it was technically a new way to play Zelda, I feel like we could finally come back to that and do good on that. Because I'm seeing this game right here, I'm seeing Link's Awakening, like I'm seeing like the Zelda team, anytime they go to do something for like the second or third time, tends to usually be the best version of that. So I'd be super excited to see something that could follow that up. Maybe not. Maybe something completely different. Maybe the next Zelda game is the next Xenoblade for all I know. I'm sure people would hate that. But I'm also kind of like... Because I was talking with some folks about it, like, literally today. And it always surprises me is, like, if you're playing a game like Zelda, like Pokemon, etc., games that technically have stories... For some people, if the stories get too much story-driven, they go, I don't like this. And I'm just like, but... They were always meant to have stories. Like, the reason why they were so bare bones wasn't because they didn't want to have a story. They were bare bones because of limitations of... Oops. I was talking so much and getting so passionate that I knocked some stuff off my desk. So, oopsies. And to answer an earlier question I had, we already do have one of the rupee armor things, so never using that. So, yeah, games have always meant to have stories. People want to put stories in their games. And I'm not saying it has to be the most elaborate thing ever. I don't, like... I'm going to be real with you. I could care less for The Last of Us. That is too much story, not enough game. Games like this, or I think the Sony Spider-Man games are pretty decent, so the Insomniac ones at least, because it's a good mix of story and game. Like, people want to have story. So going, oh, well, these never had stories in the past, always makes you go, yeah, they did. It's just called the hardware is so limited they couldn't tell the story they initially wanted to tell. Well, okay. Pokemon's a bad example because they don't actually expand upon that story ever when they remake that same game over and over and over. So, never mind! I'm talking Gen 1 specifically. So any remake of Gen 1 literally just tells the exact same story and does not try to improve upon it, which missed opportunity there, but whatever, Game Freak, you do you. But like A Link to the Past definitely had a story it wanted to tell. This game has a story it wants to tell. Having narratives in your game isn't a bad thing. And I think people need... I feel that people who are like still like super into the retro scene, that was like, well, I don't need a story to play the game to enjoy it. That's fine, but don't say that that's ruining the experience for you, because just you're probably the minority in that. I'm gonna be real. people enjoy games if they can have a closer connection to the characters. And if, for you, that's just, I just want to see a person go across platform, fine. But for me, you know, I like the Gunvolt games. The Gunvolt games have a lot of story in them. And you may be going, well, why should an action platformer have this much story? I don't know, like, it's fine. If you don't like it, I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you don't like it, that's fine, but don't go around telling people that they should be wrong for liking it. That's it. And in fairness, in the conversation I was referring to earlier, I don't think anyone ever said that, said that directly, but their attitude came off that way. Their attitude of like, well, I don't like how this is, so I'm just not going to like it. And it's like, okay, that's fair, but then that's more on you not wanting to try to expand your horizons. Hello, Flux Constructs. I'm going to take that thing on your back. Not that thing specifically, but... Oh, okay, bye. And yeah, like, sometime, like... I played the first Octopath game. I didn't gel with it. I gave it a good shot, though. Wasn't for me. I don't particularly care for it. But I'm not going to say that it was a bad game. It just wasn't for me. And I think more people need to, like, be constructive of that and say, hey, this wasn't for me, but more power to people who enjoyed it. Because I feel like a lot of times we come across this thing of like, hey, I didn't like this, therefore no one should like this. And it's just like, well, that's silly. That's not how that works. If that was the case, I'd be like, well, Monster Hunter's a terrible series. And it's just like, no, Monster Hunter's a fine series. It's just not for me. And I guess that comes to the idea of, well, then what is an actually bad game? A bad game is something that you had expectations for that are completely destroyed because it just couldn't execute them at all. Which is more of a cop-out answer now I think about it. I guess my idea of a bad game is a game that disappoints me because it had potential and decided to go, you know what, that's dumb. Let's not try to be smart about this. Because it's easy to go, you know, this game is bad. Why? Well, because its graphics are bad, it's glitchy, and it's like, yeah, okay, those are obvious reasons why it's bad. But why is it bad to you, personally? Which I guess... that's hard. Because I'm seeing that, like, that someone could use that as saying that, well, I don't like how this is, so therefore it should be like this. Also, why did I put all those rockets on if I'm not going to use them? Oh, okay. I know what I'm doing. I think. We're going to go up more? No, don't hit the other rockets. I don't know, it's weird. Let people have their opinions. Like, no one should be wrong for, like, having an opinion that's not going to harm anyone. If someone likes a game that you don't like, that's totally fine. But at the same time, but bye, rockets. Try to experience more and go outside your comfort zone. And if you don't enjoy it, that's fine, but don't tell other people that they are wrong about it. That they're wrong for not enjoying it. That's about it. Like, I could go around telling everyone that, futterbutts. Well, we've done all we can here, boys. Let's roll. Are you going to go after that? No, Sidon, I'm not going to go after that. I'm sorry. Sorry to disappoint. Anyways... Remember the lights that are here? Let's go back and explore those. Sorry, after trying to sort my thoughts of that entire previous discussion, my brain is dead because it's just like, okay, you know what? I see where you're trying to go, but I don't want to do this right now, and that's fair. But also, the diving music started to kick in and play, and I was just like, man, this is so peaceful and calming, and I actually just kind of want to be entranced by it right now. Well, we're going to go to this cave over here. I think we're actually kind of close to where we need to be going objective-wise, so yay! We're back on track. Probably, maybe. I'm going to laugh if that's the exact same cave we already went into. This one does look like a crab, so I don't think we've been in the crab cave. But if we have, it's going to be really funny. Oh, no. There's a minecart rail going into it. Oh, hey, Yunobo. Just weighing around the crab rock? Yeah, I was kind of running around the crab rock. Where'd you go? Don't worry about it. I'm pretty sure we've been in there already. You're right, Yunobo, we have been in there. I thought that was a new cave we haven't been in yet. I thought it was different and new, okay? Well, to be fair, most of the caves are technically new. They weren't here a few years ago. Okay, fair. Thank you, Yunobo, for comforting me in my time of need. You're welcome! That's a terrible Yunobo impression. He has that energy, you know. Not a super deep voice, but still still very friendly, but kind of I don't know what I don't know what I was gonna say. My mind's like, yeah, Mickey Mouse. It's like, no. Yunobo sounds nothing like Mickey Mouse. Where'd you get that idea from? Hello? Yeah? How's it going? The Captain Torrance squad of Monster Control crew. Oh, okay. I see. Oh, that's very nice of you. What a nice chef you are. Oh, and you shared it with me. That's so nice of you. Also, if you're in, like, I mean, you must have taken supplies with you, but how are those fish staying fresh if you're in the Death Mountain area? Ooh, shrine. We don't have it yet, as far as I know. So let's go to shrine. Well, didn't we want to go meet up like Princess Zelda and figure out what's going on with that? You're right, Yunobo. But right now, will I have you here, and we can meander around Death Mountain with you and my party. We're gonna meander around Death Mountain with you and my party. Oh. Well, okay then. I thought that was gonna smack me in the head. It didn't, but it would've been funny. Okay, gotta get on it before you recall it. Oh, pass me. You fool. Oh, okay, never mind. Did you drop a thing I need? You did not. I hate you. Don't worry, it'll be obvious why I despise the ice and fire Lizalfos later. You gonna take that mask off? It's kind of weird. It looks like Redania. Yeah, because it is. Well, okay then. Hooray! Does that good? No. Hello. See, now here's the problem. We're on this tiny sky island. If I shoot these guys, they're gonna fall down. And I have to go search the materials. If I shoot them in the air, I shouldn't have to do that. Also, can I go get that arrow back? That arrow just... I think I saw where the arrow landed. Alright, well, here's a cave we haven't been in yet. But there's also someone... Oh, hello. Get out of here. I know it's running low on energy. It'll be fine. Discovery. Death Mountain Foothill Cave. Well, hello there, Death Mountain Foothill Cave. I am going to blow up these flowers for some reason. I already got... This is the second time I try to take a picture of the fire like in this log. Hello. Oh. Still can't really do the... Ooh. Is there a new Horblin? Nope. Got all of them. They've been there. I'm not Stu! Noises. Ow. Camera's trying to focus on Yunobo's weapon. Masters of Energy. Of course it is. Oh, thank you, Tulin. No. You put that down. Fuse? No fuse? I know the shield is badly damaged, but if I don't get hit, it'll be fine. Okay, well, should have fused earlier, dumb butt. Yeah, not now. Oh, okay, I didn't know there was a treasure in here. Alright, cool. Problem. It's just a small jump. How did that not work? Oh well. Also that guy. Okay, I guess I'll walk around the long way. Ow. Poke? No poke. Yeah, there's treasure chest right there too. Hi. Can I slash your tongue eye thing? Your disco ball? Yeah, well that's what we'll call them from now. They're disco balls. Hey, if Pikmin can have a disco ball in its game, Legend of Zelda can have a disco ball in its game too. Which I think Cadence of Hyrule may have had a disco ball in it at some point, so it already had disco ball before this game. I know Cadence of Hyrule's a spin-off, but it's a really good spin-off. Alright, hey Yunobo, can you bust up the... Yeah, that. Thank you. And there's our booble. And we're... Why? Oh, find the chest that we earned. Okay. Good thinking, because I would have forgotten that probably otherwise. That works. Hello, Booble friends. Hello, not Keys friends. Well, you gave me a Fire Key Fireball, which is nice. I do appreciate having those. I kind of like the idea that the keys... What the butt? What is that? Fireproof... Oh, it's a fireproof... That is the lizard, but it's fireproof. There we go. I do, like, from a gameplay perspective, it's annoying, but I like the idea that the Keys eyeballs are technically like one of the most overpowered things you can give to your bow and arrow, because it does homing. And yet keys are hard to find sometimes, and if you do, you're probably diving, so you're not going to get the eyeball. Kind of ingenious game design. It's like, hey, this item seems a little too OP. Okay, cool. Then just don't put as many keys in the world. Now that could come back to bite us in the butt later, but hopefully. Not this time. How big is this cave? Because, wait, this is the... Wait, is this the entrance that we came through? Where were these keys earlier? Alright. Well. Cleared that cave. Time to use Ascend. Don't forget about Ascend. It's one of the best powers you have. Well, I mean, besides the other powers you have. In fact, the one power you have that's probably... What the butt are you doing here? What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Why are you here? Why are you here? Get off here. No one's coming over this weird pathway, especially with the little rock slide thingy going on over here where all these pieces of whatever are falling down. Well, another one just came down. Yeah, who in their right mind is going to come over here? That's terrible advertising. It's terrible advertising. Oh yeah, please come check out Terrytown with Hudson Construction. We love people that come over to this dangerous part of town, of the mountain, that is also, you know, a volcano that can have lava coming out of it a lot of the time. Please come here so you can see our advertisement and then promptly get off the mountain in the opposite direction to go to our town. This is a terrible place to advertise. I'm docking your pay, Addison. I know I don't pay you, but I'm docking your pay. I'm telling Hudson about this. This is a awful, awful place to do advertising, especially if I hold it up like that so you can't see the sign. There. Yeah, you never would have thought of to use the construction materials next to yourself, the construction worker. I have a feeling at this point that Addison might just not be cut out for construction, and they gave him this job, and they gave him all these locations that are questionable at best. Sometimes they're good, but many of them are questionable, and they did it so they could get rid of him so he stopped being a problem in the workyard. The classic Japanese style of, we're not going to fire you, but we're going to give you this job that kind of sucks so that we still have you on payroll, so you're technically still employed, but also don't touch our major projects ever again. It's not a good system. I never said it was a good system. Also, apparently I used up all of these, so now we're just going to climb up this hill. Alright. There better not be any falling slabs of iron coming down here that'll push me down the hill, like that Mario Party minigame. Okay, good. Yay! We've made it to Death Mountain West Side, Eldon Canyon. Oh, hey, look, we got plenty of cool things here. We got a vehicle. But I want to ride the minecart. Ooh. There we go, Yunobo. I don't need to waste bombs anymore. Okay. Just a large wheel. Oh, I remember doing this. This is so funny. So you can put this on the rail, because it'll still fit on the rail. And then if you start it off, it'll go on the rail, and then eventually it'll... Okay. That's not what I was hoping it would do, but it can do something unique if you get it on there just right. Right now, that's not going to happen. Hello! You need to reach your friends? Where are they? Make a little... I don't care, actually. Bye! I care a little bit, because I put the thing on the map for me for later. But right now, don't care. Ooh, a rocket and a steering stick. Hello? You're not gonna tell me anything important, are you? Okay. Okay, well, I'm not going to. I want you to explain the cart here, and the ramp, and the stuff. Because it looks cool. It looks like... It goes to a place, in fact. Well, we're going to need something to power it so that it can actually start up. You don't have anything to say because you're eating the stupid meats. I'm not a vegetarian because I still eat like chicken and stuff, but this makes me not want to eat meats that is made of things that are not chicken. Like rocks. Okay. Well, might as well go with that Death Mountain Summit then, won't we? We're gonna climb up there. Then we're gonna figure something out. Of what? I have no idea, but we're gonna figure it out. Hey, old timer. Hey, yeah, no, it's okay. Oh, okay. Well, you might have some insights to where Zelda is. The quote-unquote Zelda. Because we're pretty sure it's a fake Zelda at this point. Because we know where the real Zelda is, supposedly. Do I really need that there? I don't need that there. Oh, but we're right here. So now, when I want to do story, I can go right back here. But now I can faff off and do whatever the heck I want for a little bit. Like, going on this thing. I want to ride the minecart down the hill and maybe fall off it. Alright, can I just, like, use the power of gravity? No? Okay. Rocket will be too fast, so probably shouldn't use those, but a fan. Fan could work. Gonna go propel myself down a hill in the minecart. It's not safe to do, which is why it's in a video game where I won't hurt myself. Probably. There we go. All good. Alright, and we get a little boost. And here we go! Whee! Make a Donkey Kong coaster at Universal Studios. They should make a Zelda coaster off of this. They're the same concept because they're both minecart coasters, but still. Oh. That wasn't as exciting as I thought it would be. Well, dang. Where did it lead us? It led us back to Goron Town. Goron City. Whatever. Gorondia? You're not doing anything? Okay, that's fair. I believe you. Oh, really? I want to go to Gorondia. I'm not going to tell anyone your secrets. Everyone watching, don't tell anyone his secret. Don't tell the secrets. I trust you. He told us not to tell anyone his secrets. We're not going to tell him. We're not going to tell the secrets to anyone, okay? It's a secret to everyone. Here you go. When I put this on, it moves. See? Okay, it's kind of needs to be on tracks first, but still. What is that thing in the middle? I'm trying to get it off. It won't come off. We're out of time for this log, and it won't come off. down the tracks. Oh, okay. So we just don't try it out right now. Okay, well, we will help this Goron get to Gorondia in the next log. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. Maybe we'll help him get there right now. Don't have to, want to. It's always appreciated. Tears of the Kingdom. I think it's really great. I think it's one of the best Zelda games made. Please pick it up if you haven't already. Most importantly, though, I did not know there was a text log I could read. Oops. Have a wonderfully great day. And the next log, we're going to go to Gorondia. Yay! Ciao.